Hi, my name is Trish. I'm your student physical therapist today. Before we get started though, I just have a few questions for you. Can I just have you state your first and last name for me?
Jessica Cook.
Alright, can I have you spell your last name for me?
K-O-C-H.
Alright, can I have you say your date of birth for me?
8/10/1997.
Alright, you're the patient I'm supposed to be seeing today. So today we're actually going to be over how to utilize crutches with a certain type of walking pattern. Before we get doing that though, I do have a few more questions. So I believe that it's your right leg that is injured. Do you have any other injuries or any type of medical history you feel like I should know at this time?
No, just the leg.
Alright. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No.
Alright, is it okay to begin then?
Let's do it.
Alright. So before we get beginning, just to go over crutches a little bit. Just to preface, these are not the right size crutches. These are children's crutches, so they're a lot smaller than what you would normally need. But for crutches, just a few safety things. When I measure you for them, what we want is to have 3 fingers from your armpit down to this padding right here. When you use them, you can have a slight bend in your elbows, but you want to make sure that you don't flex your wrist in or anything like that. It can cause pain. And then you also want to check the tips of your crutches before you always use them. Make sure that there's no big dust bunnies or there's any types of chips taken out, and that when you place them down, they place flat. You want to make sure that they're not sliding around and stuff like that. With sliding around and stuff like that, when you do leave and go home, you might just want to check around your house for any rugs or any toys or anything that doesn't stay solid on the floor, because you want to make sure that you're not crutching over them and possibly falling. So you might just have to ask your family to help you with that. Do you have any questions?
No.
Alright, so I'm going to actually hand you these, and then you can just keep them on your right side. And I'm going to put this gait belt around you. And I want this to be snug, but not uncomfortable or like you feel like you can't breathe. So just let me know. And before I would have gotten started, if she was in a wheelchair, I would have locked down the wheelchair immediately. But she's currently in a chair. And I would have also removed her legs off. Alright. So I'm gonna make sure this is nice and snug, that you can still breathe and everything. So how does that feel?
Good.
Alright. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is how to get from a sit up to a stand. So in order to do that, I first want you to scoot your bottom to the edge of the seat. And if she wasn't able to do that, I would assist her with that. And as we're getting up, what I'm going to want you to do is place those crutches kind of under. And just, if you had an arm rail here, I would let you use that. But you're just going to start out from sitting like this and just rise on up to your feet. Alright, how does that feel?
Good.
Not dizzy or lightheaded or anything?
Not at all.
Alright, so now what I'm going to have you do is, take that crutch over, and when you do utilize crutches, you're going to want them to be about 2 inches from the side of your feet and about 4 to 6 inches in front of you. And since you do have about 80% of weight bearing on your right leg now, even though you do have technically a bad leg and a good leg, we're going to be teaching you a 2-point gait pattern. So what you're going to be doing is very similar to walking. So the first step you'll do, and you'll swing your arm at the same time as you'll step with your right foot and swing with your left arm. And then you would switch. And how does that feel?
Good.
And I also would have checked to see that you have 3 fingers once you stood up and were using the crutches. Alright, so go ahead and do, switch. Nice job. And now we're coming up to our makeshift curve. So you would get as close as possible to the curve. What you're going to do is you're going to go up with your good leg. And get up onto the curb, and then you're going to swing up the crutches and your bad leg to meet it. Nice. And then now if you want to get to the edge of the curb, go ahead. Beautiful. You're going to go down with your bad leg and the crutches, and then bring your good leg to meet it. Alright, nice job. Great. And then let's just take a few more practice steps going forward. Nice job. Nice job. And now we're going to turn around. So when we turn around, we're going to walk towards our good side. And we're not going to pivot, but we're just going to take small little steps as we turn. So go ahead. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and practice some more steps and walk back towards the chair. So beautiful, Jess. Doing great. Does everything feel comfortable? Not getting too tight or anything?
Yeah, that's great.
All right. You're doing great. Nice job. Nice job, Jess. Doing great. All right, now we're going to practice that turn again. So we're just going to take little steps towards that good side. Great job, great job. So now when we get to the chair, we're going to make sure that your lower extremities, So both of your legs are touching the back. And I would have once again checked that the chair was locked and everything. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this crutch, and like how when we first came to standing, we're gonna put both of them under. And then if you had an arm rail, you could turn and use your other hand to lower down into it, but we are in just like a high chair. So I'm just gonna have you lower yourself down into the chair. All right, and then you can go ahead and scoot back. And if you can scoot back, I would help you. How did everything feel?
That was awesome.
All right, not dizzy, lightheaded, or anything like that. All right, perfect, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Jess, so now we're gonna be going over how to go up the stairs with your crutches. So since it is your right leg, we're gonna have you place your crutches into your left arm. And what I'm gonna have you do is place your arm up here so that you can help support yourself. And as we're going up the stairs, I just wanna make sure you don't lean forward or lean back too far. Try to maintain as good of a posture as possible. So once again, it's kind of like up with the good. So what you're gonna first do is you're gonna push your good foot up, and then your bad foot, and then your crutch. All right, good foot, bad foot, crutch. Good foot, bad foot, crutch. Yeah, and you can use the armrest or the crutch to help you bear weight. A good foot, bad foot, crutch. All right, one more time, please. Good foot, bad foot, crutch. All right, nice job. All right, so as we go down the stairs, since you are taller than me, I feel like I could have a better support if you were to fall backwards by being able to bring my arm up around you and bring you back with me. So that's why I'm gonna be standing behind you instead of in front of you. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna go down with the crutch first, and then you're gonna do your bad foot, and then your good foot. Yep, nice job. Crutch, bad, good, crutch, bad, good, nice, crutch, bad, good, nice, and then one more time. All right, how did that feel?
Good.
All right, nice job.
Thank you.